Unseen terror, a life-changing encounter with the wild. As the sun dipped beneath the horizon, a chilling breeze blew through the dense forest, carrying with it a threat that was as yet unseen. The protagonist of our tale, a young lad named Sammy. Sammy was a city dweller, unfamiliar with the wilderness and its inhabitants. His first camping trip with his older brother was an exciting adventure. Their camp was pitched near a serene lake, surrounded by age-old trees that almost reached the sky. The air was filled with the scent of earth and leaves, a far cry from the city fumes Sammy was used to. As night fell, the forest came alive with sounds unheard in the city. The rustling of leaves, the hooting of owls, the echoes of the nocturnal creatures, all combined to create a symphony of wilderness. Unknown to Sammy, danger lurked in the shadows. His ignorance would soon be shattered, and his life would take an unexpected turn. As he sat by the campfire, a sudden rustling made him jump. Then the sound of a stick snapping behind him. Sammy could feel his heart starting to race as he put more wood on the fire. Suddenly, Sammy heard another sound of sticks breaking, this time in front of them, and much closer. This time, Sammy grabbed his flashlight and scanned the tree line. First to the left, then the right, but saw nothing. As the fire settled, it was time to get some sleep. The two brothers climbed into their tent for the night. It took Sammy well into the night to fall asleep. The sounds of the forest kept him awake. Just as Sammy fell asleep, he was suddenly awoken by a terrifying growl. Sammy unzipped his tent and poked his head out, staring into the dark. He saw two gleaming eyes staring at him from the darkness. Fear gripped his heart like an icy hand. A low growl echoed through the silence, making the hairs on the back of Sammy's neck stand up. His world spun as the large figure of a bear emerged from the shadows. Sammy slowly zipped up his tent and laid back down in the darkness, hoping the bear would leave. As he laid there, he could hear the bear's footsteps getting closer and closer. The sounds of breaking sticks just outside his tent. He knew the bear was close. Frozen in fear, Sammy could only lay there in the darkness, waiting. What seemed like hours, Sammy laid there until the sun started to rise. Sammy climbed out of his tent and watched the sun rise over the hillside. It was beautiful. Even though the sun shined its light on a new day, Sammy could only stand there thinking if the bear was still near. He decided not to think about it and started packing his tent up for the long hike back to his car. As Sammy was taking down his tent, a familiar sound pierced his soul. The sound of footsteps breaking the branches behind him. As he looked up, scanning the tree line, he saw it. There, standing at the tree line, was a huge grizzly bear. Raising his arms above his head, he summoned all his courage and screamed, hoping to scare the bear. The bear stopped, surprised, then roared back, shaking the ground beneath Sammy's feet. Sammy's heart pounded in his chest, the sound deafening in his ears. He was shaken but determined. He roared again, louder this time, challenging the bear with all his might. Something incredible happened then. The bear hesitated, took a step back, and then turned away, disappearing into the forest. Sammy was left standing, his heart still racing, but his courage unwavering. As Sammy stood there, he had a newfound respect for the forest and its creatures. He faced one of nature's most fierce creatures and lived to tell his tale. So if you are fearless like Sammy, then hit the like button and subscribe. Thanks for watching and take care.